I've spent 20 years being completely fed up and banging my head against a brick wall saying that why aren't we helping people with speaking skills? And everybody goes, you mean public speaking skills? And I say, no, I don't mean public speaking skills. Anyway, in 2021, I got really frustrated with this and I decided to do a freedom of information request to 134 UK universities. And I wrote to them and I asked them, what support do you offer students that are struggling to speak up in the classroom? I was very specific, in the classroom. I asked them, how do you help students who may be struggling with writing skills? And then the next question was, how do you help students who are struggling with speaking skills? And I was trying to connect the dots between the two, but they pushed back hard. The universities said, we offer disability support, which includes anything to do with neurotypical not neurotypical, autism, ADHD, anything like that, and also to do with social anxiety. That's the medicalisation route, as I would call it. The universities have that route and they were quite proud and told me quite a lot about it. Or they have some public speaking. Not all of the universities, but majority have those two options. And I thought, I don't know. I don't know what I can do with it. If I can't get through to the universities who are teaching students, then I'm the wrong person to be doing this. And some of you will know, at the end of 2021, I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue and I was ill, and I've spent the next 18 months focusing on how can I get better. And then more recently, what I've been doing is building my skills, just turning the camera on, hitting record, turning the camera on, hitting record. Because for me, speaking is about up-leveling skills. And each different situation is harder. But to me, it seems obvious that university is not like school. School, you have to do the correct answer. Most of the time, most schools are, you give the correct answer. University, different expectations. And what you're going to find is that there's a general understanding in the society that, yeah, it's a big jump from school to university. But when you talk to the universities, they say these students are adults and they have the writing skills and they have the speaking skills, and there is no jump. There is nothing to see here. There is no difference. Anyway, it's driving me nuts. I didn't look at the data. I'm about to redo the Freedom of Information request for 2025. I'm currently considering, do I keep the questions the same or do I make it a little bit easier for them? I think they should be using the word speaking, but do I use the word participating? Because that's what the research showed me when I finally got round and I used AI to help me read and collate and look at all of these things. And also AI, frustrating, kept saying, public speaking help, public speaking. And I had to keep pushing back. I was going, no, in the classroom. And then as soon as AI had the word participation and had that pushback, then it was all kind of easy. And AI, I mean, I swear to you, AI gave me a long list of, oh yeah, these are all the reasons why it's harder in a university classroom. These are all the skills that would be really useful to be spelt out to these students about participating and giving feedback and coming up with original ideas and thinking on your feet and all of these things. I don't know. I don't know what you think about that. I want to give you more information about the Freedom of Information research. But the biggest thing I want to point out to you is that I'm frustrated too, and that even if you are feeling anxious, and there's a lot of other reasons why things are difficult for you right now, this is kind of just a little bit of help. Is that maybe if I explicitly say, oh, it is different from school. Oh, these are different skills. These are some of the frameworks that you can have in your head that make it a little bit easier. These are the things that you can say to yourself. Not just speak and just be confident. And I feel like those people have never experienced the struggle of speaking in those kind of everyday situations. And that's why, after a long time of thinking, I'm the wrong person to do this, I'm the wrong person to do this, I also feel like maybe I am the right person to do this, and hence setting up Quiet in Class. If you see speaking as something, a switch, you may fantasize that it's a switch that you can turn on and off, and that, you know, I can just tell you to be confident, and then suddenly everything in every situation, talking about every subject with every person for the rest of your life, is going to suddenly be easy. That I'm not the right teacher for you. But if you see it as something like, oh, these are incremental skills, oh, this is obvious. It's obvious that it may be beneficial to learn some skills for the classroom, and that step might be important or useful to do before public speaking, and that those things might be useful to do before being on camera. You know, I mean, to me, it's all really obvious, but I myself have failed to upskill quick enough to be on camera, to express myself, and to be sharing that with you. So, if you're struggling with speaking up in the classroom at university, please subscribe. Please let me know what your current situation and how you feel that the university is responding. And if you're particularly curious about the findings from the Freedom of Information, gosh, that's harder to say fast. FOI. When I'm writing it, it all seems so easy. Yeah, you probably feel the same way too. Please, I'd love to get to know you and for you to tell me what's currently happening with you. I will prioritize your situation. In terms of the videos that I make going forward, you will see that I'm on Instagram. I tend to make cartoons. I talk a lot about inner conflict of both wanting to speak and not wanting to speak. I have written books, so those are available if you subscribe to the, what am I talking about now? The website, quietinclass.com. If you subscribe there, that's where I'll be sharing the different assessments that I've made. I'll be sharing with the subscribers there. It's free to subscribe, but I think that's probably the easiest way to keep like a tighter communication level with you rather than just broadcasting out on YouTube. But YouTube is a special place, and video, I know from my other channel where I do my experiments and I've been building my courage to speak up on camera. YouTube is a special place. When you find your people, YouTube can be a really special place. So I'm hoping that you feel you found somebody who understands and we can get to know each other. Anyway, you take care. Bye.